Hello people, I'm Aamer. Welcome to a new video. In this video, we will start with a new concept, that is pattern. Very interesting topic, and compulsorily it will be asked for 10 marks into exam. Fine. So let me introduce about patterns. Pattern is all about nested for loop. Fine. We just need to understand how your nested for loop works. We'll be having for loop inside a for loop. We'll be having sometimes we'll be having two for loops inside one for loop. Fine. So we just need to understand how it works. So let me take a for loop first. A basic example I'm taking. For example, if I have two variables I and j, I'm directly writing for loops. Fine. I equals to 1, I is less than equal to 3, I plus plus. And inside it I have another for loop for j equals to 1, j is less than equal to 4, j plus plus, and inside it I am printing for example I'm printing star only. I'm printing star without slash n. Let it be very clear. Fine. And just after coming out of this for, before we close this for loop, we are printing one more thing, printf slash n. Fine. That's it. So let's try run this and see how things work and what will get printed finally. So for the first case, what will happen? The value of I will become 1. 1 is less than equal to 3. Yes, condition is satisfied. It will come inside. Fine. So it came inside this for, and again it encounters what? One more for loop. So here see, the value of j will be initialized to 1. 1 is less than equal to 4. Yes, condition is true. So it will come inside. What do you have inside this printf statement? We have to print star. Extreme left hand side pe it will print what? Star. Your printing always starts from left hand side. Whenever you write enter a number, it starts from extreme left hand side, right? Enter a number will get printed. Similarly for this star, it will print here. So it will go back to this for loop. While going back, the value of j will be incremented by 1. The value of j becomes what? 2 now. 2 is less than equal to 4. Yes, condition is satisfied again. It will come inside, print one more star. Fine. We are not leaving any line, so it will just print that star beside your first star value. So it printed that thing, again went back. The value of j will be incremented by one time again. The value of j now this time will be what? 3. 3 is less than equal to 4. Yes, condition satisfied. It will go inside again, print star. Fine. It will go back again. The value of j will be what? 4. 4 is less than equal to 4. Yes, condition is true. Again it will go inside, print one more star. Agree? It will go back again. Now for this case, the value of j will be 5. 5 is less than equal to 4. Condition is false. It will come out of this for loop. It is still there in outside for loop. It's still there inside what? Outside for loop. Let me draw that box. One more box. This box for outer for loop and this for inner for loop. Fine. We will be calling this as what? Outer for loop, and this one as what? Inner for loop. Fine. Okay, now let's see. We just have run it for once, right? So it will come out of this. It will just come out of this. Here what we have? Printf statement, which is we are using to leave one line. So it will leave one line and wait here, right? It's going back to the outer for loop. We are going from this to this place, right? So what will happen? It will update the value of I. The value of I will be updated. It was 1, now it will become what? 2. 2 is less than or equal to 3. Yes, the condition is true. It will come inside again, right? Remember, if it is coming back again into our for loop, it already leave this for loop, right? It came out of this for loop and it leave one line and went back, right? Now it's coming back into this for loop, right? So the value of j will be initialized to 1 again. Agree? Fine. I hope you're getting it. This part is done only once. That's what we have learned, right? But it came out of this for loop and it's now again going back into this for loop. That's why the value of j will become 1 once again. Fine. So it will be initialized to 1. 1 is less than equal to 4. Yes, condition is satisfied. It will come back inside this for and print what? Star. It is going back. The value of j becomes 2. 2 is less than equal to 4. Yes, condition is true. It will go inside, print the value. That is star will get printed once again. The value of j becomes 3. The star will get printed for third time. It will go back and the value of j for this case is what? 4. 4 is less than equal to 4. Yes, condition is satisfied, will go inside and print the value of that is there. What is there? Star will get printed. Fine. So the value of j now becomes 5 once again. 5 is less than or equal to 4, condition false, it will come out of this loop. It is now here again, once again, and leave one line. It's going back. It's going back to the outer for loop again. While going back, the value of I becomes 3. 3 is less than or equal to 3. Yes, condition is satisfied. It will go inside. Again, the value of j will be set to 1. 1 is less than or equal to 4. Yes, condition is true. How many times this will iterate? 1, 2, 3, 4 times, right? So it will iterate for 4 times and print how many stars? 4 stars will get printed. I hope you're getting it. Fine. Again, it will come out of this j out inner for loop. Leave one line. It will wait here. It's going back to outer for loop. The value of I now becomes 4. 4 is less than or equal to 3. Condition false. Now it will directly come out of this for loop. It's coming out of this for loop. There is no way that it will go inside inner for loop. Fine. So that will be final answer. The final pattern that we'll be getting is this one. Fine. See the pattern. The most important thing into pattern is how many rows and columns you have. If you see how many rows you have, 1, 2, 3. So you have 3 rows. How many columns you have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Columns are 4, rows are how many? 3. Fine. Now let's make changes into this. I will be iterating my outer for loop from 1 to 2 and inner for loop from 1 to, for example, 3. So how things will be working? The value of I will be 1. 1 is less than or equal to 2. It will go inside. Iterate how many times? 3 times. How many stars will get printed? 3 stars will get printed, right? For the first case, what will happen? 3 stars will get printed. It will come out of this, will go back again. The value of I becomes 2. 2 is less than or equal to 2. Yes, condition is satisfied. It will go back inside into this inner for loop again. Iterate how many times? 3 times. So how many stars will get printed? 3 stars will get printed. It will come out of this, will go back. The value of I is now 3. 3 is less than or equal to 2. Condition false. It will come out of the loop. See how many rows you have? You have 2 rows. And how many columns you have? 3 columns. Fine. If you make changes here now, if I iterate j 1 to 4, what will happen? It will iterate how many times? 4 times. And how many stars will get printed? If you see, 4 stars will get printed. Fine. If I iterate j from 1 to 5, what will happen? 1 more star will be added. So how many columns will be having? Total 5 columns. Now you can say your inner for loop is responsible for columns. Agree? So your inner for loop is for columns. Similarly, outer for loop. So see, I am iterating from 1 to. How many rows are generated? Because of it, 2 rows are generated. If I iterate outer for loop from 1 to 4, how many times these things will happen? 4 times. So things will be something like this. So how many rows will be there? 4 rows will be there. So the conclusion we can say, outer for loop, your outer for loop handle number of rows. Getting it? Keep this in mind. We require it into complete pattern. We will be working on this only. Fine. How many rows we want, we will put that into outer for loop. And we require this into array, 2D array, 1D array also. Fine. So please keep this in mind. Outer for loop handles number of rows, inner for loop handle number of column. This is the basic of the pattern. Now let's see one pattern that is very important for us. That is you can say backbone of all the patterns. If you understand this pattern, you will get everything. I have pattern something like this. See the pattern carefully. How many rows, how many columns? 4 rows you have, 4 columns you have. Agree? Let's draw for loop for it. You know the knowledge that we have as of now, will draw according to it. We will iterate for outer for loop, means it handles what rows. How many rows we have? 4 rows. We'll iterate I equals to 1 to 4. I is less than equal to 4. I plus plus. Inner for loop handles what? Inner for loop handles number of columns. So we'll be going from for j equals to 1. J is less than equal to 4. J plus plus. I'm committing one mistake. I just want you guys to realize one thing. Printf, what we have to print, see the design, what we have to print star, right? So we're printing star here, and outside star we have to leave one line after every row. So we will be writing what, slash in here, bracket close. Fine. Now see, it's working. What will happen? For I equals to 1, 1 is less than or equal to 4, condition satisfied, it will come inside. It will iterate for how many times? It will iterate from 1 to 4, agree? It will iterate 4 times. How many stars will get printed? 4 star will get printed. Second line 4 star, 4 star, 4 star. We don't want that pattern. See it carefully, the pattern. Into first row we just have printed 1 star. On second row we have printed 2 star. On third row we have printed 3. Fourth row 4. If we have fifth row, how many stars will get printed? 5. Sixth row 6 stars. Getting? So as many rows you have, that means stars you need to print. Getting the relation here between the star and the row number will decide how many stars you want to print. Now see into this. Who is handling rows? Your outer for loop is handling rows. Into that, which variable you have used? You have used I variable. If the value of I is 2, what you can say? You are on second row. Agree? If the value of I is 4, what you can say? You are on fourth row. If the value of I is 6, you are on sixth row. Agree? So we will be moving this J from 1 to, not 4 now. We will be moving from 1 to the row number. Inner for loop will iterate from 1 to the row number. Row number is handling who? I, right? So we will be writing here I. Getting? Now see how things will be working. For the first case, what will be the value of I? 1. 1 is less than or equal to 4. Yes, condition is true, it will come inside. It will iterate for how many times? It will iterate from 1 to the value of I. Getting it now? So what's the value of I? 1. The value of J is 1. 1 is less than or equal to 1. Yes, condition is satisfied, it will come inside. Print star. It will print star from extreme left hand side. 1 star will get printed. It's going back. It will go back into this. The value of J will be 2. 2 is less than or equal to 1. No, condition is false. It will come out of this. It won't print any more star. Getting this? It will come here, leave one line. It will wait on the next line. Now it's going back. While going back, the value of I will be incremented by 1. Now you are on what? Second row. That's why the value of I is what? 2 now. 2 is less than or equal to 4. Yes, condition is true. It will come inside. What's the value of J? The value of J will become 1 again. 1 is less than or equal to, what's the value of I? 2. How many times it will iterate? Now the value of I is 2. That's why it will iterate for 2 times. Getting this? So it will, for J equals to 1, it will go inside, print 1 star. The value of J becomes 2. 2 is less than or equal to 2. Yes, condition satisfied. It will print the second star, right? The value of J becomes 3 now. 3 is less than or equal to 2. Condition false. It will come out of the loop. Leave one line. Go back again. Now while going back, the value of I will become 3. Now you are on what? Third row. It will go inside, iterate for less than or equal to 3. How many times it will iterate? 3 times it will iterate, print 3 stars. I hope you're getting it. So for, it will leave one line again. For I equals to 4, this condition will be satisfied. It will go inside again. Now it will iterate from 1 to the value of I, that is 4. How many stars will get printed? Total 4 stars will get printed. Now see, it will leave one line and wait here. It's going back. The value of I becomes what? 5. 5 is less than or equal to 4. Condition not satisfied. It will come out of the loop and you will get that sweet pattern. Getting this? This is the backbone of all the patterns. We will refer to this pattern always. Fine. Now I am making some changes. If I have one more row here, where will be the changes? Tell me. The changes will be into this, right? How many rows you have? 5 rows you have. So you will iterate from I equals to 1 to I is less than or equal to 5 this time. Fine. So that was the basic of pattern. There are a lot of patterns that we'll be doing. We just have seen one pattern, right? We will see around 50-60 patterns into next 2 or 3 lectures. Okay.